from what my friend James Hillman calls heroic to what I might call foolish. In the human comedy, we all fall on our faces. Sometimes we can laugh at ourselves, but often we take ourselves so seriously that we try to be perfect. Healthy, we say today. The comic view is the spiritual one, and that's why throughout this talk I speak of holy foolishness, to deepen our intelligence about things spiritual. I have been profoundly influenced by the religions of the world. From Zen, I have learned never to believe that I have grasped the truth or have understood anything fully. From Taoism, I have been taught to find strength in yielding and never to believe that my conception of the meaning of things is ever completely accurate. I have learned from Christian mystics to be content in a cloud of unknowing, to risk the dark night of the soul, and to cultivate deep and ironic ignorance. Among the Sufis and Native Americans, I find the image of the fool as a persona of holiness. I sense a religious sensibility in all open minds and open hearts. It can be found in the religious institutions, in the new communities, in people searching and questioning, in skeptics, in the secular arts, and in the old traditional stories and rites. All of these things are part of my religion. But I realize that my use of the word is different from that of most people. They see the pomp and circumstance, the authority, and the emphasis on select morals. I mean the word differently, and one purpose of this work is to redefine religion, to grasp its soul, and to present it in such a way that spirituality is not an alternative to it, but part of it. Care of the Soul addressed the deep soul as found in the emotions, relationships, and culture. In that book, I also laid the foundation for a new approach to spirituality. But I gave little more than a taste. Here I focus directly on the spirit and explore its many aspects. I have a great love for religion and spirituality, as they are found in many different forms. Here I present the very core of my life experience and ideas, a way to be spiritual that is honest, close to physical life and emotion, and not arrogant by any means. In this work, I search for spirit in the tangled emotions, the impossible relationships, and the endless failures that come along in most lives. This is the opposite of spirituality as escape. It is an appreciation for the spirituality to be found down in the depths of experience, in the never-ending efforts to make sense of life, and in the ordeals that can be seen as spiritual initiations, rather than failures to achieve a self. This work is full of paradoxes and inversions. I stand many things on their heads as I look for spirit in the depths rather than the heights. I am in search of a religious and spiritual intelligence that has nothing to do with information or quantitative studies. I want to cut through to an incisive and substantive intelligence about the spirit, but I want to avoid the fantasy of being smart about it all, of knowing more than it is given to us to know. I want to be intelligent about mystery and not defend against it with excessive explanations and theories. At the same time, I don't want to slip into spiritual romanticism with a numb mind and an overactive heart. This ironic foolishness is not literal stupidity. It is something infinitely subtle, like a mist or a ghost who colors our thinking and acting. As such, it is compatible with clear thought and good judgment, which come from some other ghostly presence. Those who have written in praise of the fool, such as Plato, Erasmus, Jung, Yeats, Blake, Dickinson, and Lao Tzu, were all brilliant minds, but they were aware of an entirely different kind of intelligence. The point of spirituality is to find a way to break the boundaries of reason and ego. What we find on the other side is not wisdom, but emptiness. The word fool originally meant an inflated ball or a bellows.